What's up, guys, and welcome back to Haddon's Happenings, Happenins, even. Thank you guys for the continued love on this, on the window, everything like that. And I want to start off with, of course, this is being filmed on November 16th, which should be the day before you're seeing it. It's nighttime. I just now had time to record it. So, of course, let's start off with what is up with me. I'm gonna break some news real quick, but I am launching an Indiegogo campaign for my short film that I am going to try and, film over our winter break, and I'm gonna need some funding for that if y'all want to donate or anything like that. But there have been some complications with the processing of it. Indiegogo hasn't been super helpful with their support, so I'm still figuring out some kinks with that. I've been in a couple short films recently. That's been fun. That's been pretty cool. Talking to my friends about a lot of different projects and ideas and stuff like that, recording a lot of the window, so you're going to be seeing a lot more of that. Yeah, I'm just really excited for what's coming forward. Now, what am I into right now? I've been watching a lot more movies, which I'm happy about, and watching The Sopranos, which is my dad's favorite TV show, so I gotta lock in with it. But it's been fun. It's been fun locking in on that. That's kind of the totality of what I'm into right now. I'm in a very simple time in my life, I guess. But that's pretty cool. And then this is going to be a quick episode, I feel already. When we're getting into the world of the arts, I've been obviously seeing a bunch of movies and stuff. I saw One Battle After Another recently, and that was incredible. I loved it so much. It was so good. I thought it was perfectly comedic where it needed to be, and perfectly heartfelt and real where it needed to be. As are most of, if not all of PTA's movies. Punch Drunk Love is hilarious, but it's also sad. So I really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a great message on our government and on the ICE raids and things like that. Even if it, I feel it's a fairly blatant, metaphor, but even if you don't think so. Seeing new faces in movies is really cool. I want to see more. I'm seeing a lot of people who I haven't seen before, which is good, and I want so much more of that. And then also, I'm just excited for things happening around me, plays coming up soon, trying to write some shorts for my friends, stuff like that. And so I'm just really excited going forward for art in general. Sports is quick. The Cowboys stink. Nico Harrison was fired. The Mavs stink. And Texas football stinks. We just lost our playoff chances to Georgia. Anyways, moving on. I don't want to talk about that too much. American news. This is the big one. This is the heaviest of hitters. Obviously, some Epstein emails got released, and they're voting on the full release of the Epstein files, I believe, this week at the earliest. Excuse me. But I don't even know where to start. Here's the thing. We had already been getting subtle amounts of information confirming that Trump had an association with Epstein's island specifically. We've known for forever that he's had an association with Epstein in general, but with the island specifically, we hadn't had enough to fully be we all knew in the back of our minds, but we didn't have enough to be oh, this happened, if that makes sense. I would have said it for sure happened even before this came out, just because that's I wouldn't be surprised, I guess, is the better terminology. But now we see all this. We see Jeffrey Epstein calling Trump, and I'm paraphrasing, the worst person he's ever met. I believe the direct quote is, "I've met many bad people, none as bad as Trump, not a single good cell in his body." That I believe that's the quote in some of these emails. Other emails were released detailing some of the incidents and some of the active participants in some of the things at Epstein Island, and Trump was in there a good bit. Most notably, which has been memed over and over again, and it is a little funny, but it's also like, if this is the smallest part of it that we're seeing right now, like we're not even seeing like the files. I'm real scared, because Trump is already calling this a hoax. He's saying it isn't real. He's saying it's a political ploy, and it's just actual facts about you and your character, and real things you've done. But the thing is, Trump sucked Billy's willy. Bill Clinton, that is. I had a big thing with Governor Greg Abbott of like, how are you disabled and you're not for like rights of the disenfranchised? Like, I don't understand that. Trump is a homophobe, and there's that like going on bit that has existed since the beginning of time of homophobes are just secretly gay. And I mean, this one takes the cake. It's pretty cool to see that. It's probably why he was so mad at Hillary. She took his man. I understand it now a little bit. I wonder if he had a cigar involved too. He was trying to like double fist. Anyways, let me lock in. So the Epstein files coming out soon would be incredibly good for the hopefully upcoming impeachment of Trump and the case made against him. That would help a lot. Next up is Elon is now a trillionaire. He's the world's first trillionaire. Why do you need to be a trillionaire? No one knows. Billie Eilish had that quote talking to a bunch of billionaires saying, give away your money, nobody needs it. Or nobody needs that much. And then she gave away like $10.5 million or something like that, which was like a big chunk of her net worth, if I'm remembering correctly. Like that was a really cool thing that she did. And Elon Musk could end world hunger. He could end homelessness and the housing crisis. He could pay for free healthcare for everyone. Like, just him. And still be a billionaire, like a multi-billionaire. That's because, I mean, he has over $1,000 billion. Like, does that make sense to y'all? Do you truly grasp like how much money that is? 1,000 billion. That's what a trillion is. And what can also be said about that is, it's a million. Like, can we please like actually wake the fuck up? If we're gonna boycott, let's boycott. But what really will provide solutions is legislation, and we're not seeing enough people talk about legislation. We're seeing a lot of, hey, fuck you. Like, you're a bad person, you're doing bad things, which is good. We should call people out on that. But I do want to start hearing some more solutions, some more legislature that would produce the effects that a lot of these Democrats are advertising to be for, but then aren't taking the action to back that up. All of the big clips, even the Democratic Party members post themselves on their own social media accounts are like very aggressive, like clocked his tea, or like shut him down, or like stuff like that. When in reality, what I want to see from your page and from your campaign is what you're doing. We've sensationalized politics in a way that now these politicians are celebrities and are entertainment more so than they are actual politicians who are leading our country. And we need to fix that. That's bad. That's bad. That's really bad, actually. But yeah, that's American news. National news, same things as it has been, I feel like, the past 3 episodes. Free Sudan, free Palestine. Yeah. Do your research. Keep up to date. There was that Zelensky interview where the power went out. I will admit I'm not well read enough on the Ukraine crisis as well, but from the little I do know, I will also say, please don't lose attention. There's so much happening that it's easy to like lose everything that's happening. Instead of holding on to like a little bit of everything, you just focus on one big thing and then lose everything else. So just keep looking out, keep holding on to this information, keep finding more information, inform yourself, educate yourself, and look after everyone. Love each other. That's my international news. Now for Womp Squared, this is gonna be sad, so I'm gonna get pretty real. I know more people and have met more people in my life, or I won't say met, I know more people in my life who have been victims of sexual harassment or sexual assault than I do people who have not. The majority of people who I know have been a victim of sexual assault or sexual harassment, and there was a point in time where we were heading in the right direction a little bit as far as shining attention on this topic goes, but now under new legislation, under new leadership in our country, there are men doing these things, and they're not going to get any jail time. Not any. Literally none. They'll be found guilty and have no jail time. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. That's not just crazy. That's not just nuts. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. How did this? No, that's unacceptable. I challenge you to imagine if that was someone you knew. Because it's so easy to detach from these things and the feelings that come with them. What if that was someone you knew? Please, please, please check up on your friends, check up on your family, and be so aware of what is happening in our country and all countries across the world. And there's this weird narrative that I've been seeing in the manosphere of like women that aren't getting assaulted anymore. No, that's not true. It's just not being reported about, and people aren't being held accountable for those actions. That's all that's actually happening because of this incredibly conservative shift into allowing rapists and assaulters to go free. Isn't that awesome, right? So please call your congressmen, call your representatives, check the legislation that is on the House floor for wherever you live, for the country, whatever it is, honestly. We got to get better. We got to start caring about people again. We really do. But yeah, that's womp womp. Anyways, to end this off on a good thing, I will say, love yourself. Really, like truly do. It helps a lot going through this crazy thing called life. And I put yourself out there. I'm a strong believer of if you are fully unapologetically yourself and someone doesn't connect with you because of that or judges you, like I used to have friends who were like, Haddon, like, why are you acting that way immediately? You got to ease them into it. No, I don't. This is who I am. I'm ridiculous. I'm funny. I'm outgoing. All these things. I'm not going to tone myself down for someone, let alone someone who I don't know that well. Like, they haven't earned that from me. Know your worth. Be yourself unapologetically. And I hope you'll have a good day.